All right, shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in this live. Big Q representing the mighty Who Dat Nation. Much love to the fam. Y'all hit the like button and the sub button. And we up in this thing, man, talking a little black and gold today. Much love to the fam. Big ups to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the Sports Coma. Feel free to check out FanDuel for all your prop bets. MMA, NBA, WNBA. Doesn't matter. Get your bets in at FanDuel. Big ups to y'all. Appreciate y'all in this episode. And I tried to do a report on this last week where we talked about it. It was covered by several media operations, including a yard barker that's talking about the Saints and the fact that they must spend $50 million, right? We thinking they might take a conservative approach, some believe, but this is an article and it's because of a certain rule. Let's talk about it as this is sourced from Sports Illustrated. Shout out to Kyle T. Mosley. It could be an explosive offseason for the Saints, right? So we're talking about after going 5-4 with Tyler Shuck under center in the second half of the season. There's a lot of energy around the family base. The offense looked good and the defense was dominant in the second half of the season. So the Saints look like a team that could compete for a division title this season. So the Saints beat Carolina twice in the second half of the season. That was real cool. We split with Tampa. And of course, we didn't get the matchups against the Falcons, but that's okay. We'll get them next time around. I promise you that much. But outside of that, you know, that should be enough for a reason for the Saints to go big in the offseason because of the excitement around Tyler Shuck and what the Saints offense did in those 9 games. Not only just the offense, the defense as well. But Tony Pauline of Essentially Sports reported the Saints are in a group of teams that need to spend $50 million on player contracts this offseason. That's because of a CBA rule, a very little known CBA rule that we fall into. Now, the Saints have a big offseason ahead. The NFLPA, that's the NFL Players Association, had its annual meeting last week via the conference call rather than a forum taking place at the Indianapolis Convention Center, as it often does for the NFL Combine. So Pauline wrote, what were the big takeaways? The NFLPA told members, which are the agents, that they expected the salary cap to be 303.5. That's $303.5 million this league year. It can go as high as $305 million, right? Several teams, including the Saints, the Jets, the Sea Chickens, the Raiders, the Rams, and the Chargers, along with the Titans, must spend an additional $50 million on player contracts this year to meet the 3-year requirement according to the CBA. This means many of the free agents signed by these teams are on contract extensions handed out to players already on the roster will be front loaded with a lot of cash for the upcoming season. So $50 million is what we need to focus on spending. And that is something that is good news because we do have several players that we need to see about signing. We have guys that like Chris Olave, who's on a $15.5 million agreement with the Saints in his option for the for his rookie option. And there are other players on the team that we really need to get after. And the bottom line is, man, now is the time. You know, we could have a quick turnaround. I call it a quantum leap type year. Well, we've seen teams do it recently. We've seen teams like Seattle kind of make moves, go from one spot to another. We've seen even the New England Patriots, who were not good the year before last, and then this year actually make it to the Super Bowl. Now, they were benefited by a very favorable schedule, but nonetheless, they won the games that they needed to win to get to the big dance. So, you know, some of these rebuilds could be slow, like we see in other teams. Well, once you got the right proper players involved and you know what you're doing, all you need to do is then protect those players, add around them, and keep it going. So Saints spending $50 million this year works for me because we can line up, we can get some players, we can hold on to some players, we can bring some players in and fill the holes along our offensive line, get some depth in our wide receiver room and running back room and tight end room. continue to add on to our defense and improving. By all means, one of the weakest units that we had was the special teams unit. We damn sure need to improve in the special teams unit side of things. We really do. We really do. So that's a few of the things, man. But did y'all guys know about this very little known CBA rule? Did anybody know about that prior to these articles being written? Y'all let me know, man. How y'all feel about this? Is this good news for y'all? Y'all put it in chat. Let me know. With that being said, man, I'm going to get out on that. I appreciate you guys for chiming on this episode of Sports Coma. Shout out to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. Hit up FanDuel for all your prop betting. Check out the Patreon for us, the patreon.com/Pro Media Network. We got a new episode of TSC Q&A up for our patrons and our YouTube memberships, family members, and exclusively for our Patreon family members at patreon.com/Pro Media Network. You can get access to the All in Q library. That's our special news show where we cover topics outside of entertainment and sports. So with that being said, man, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, check out our Tyler Shuck merch, the Shuckinator, all this kind of stuff, Shuck Norris, all that's available in the link in the description section below. And I think you get a deal right now if you do some shopping at the merch shop to help out the platform. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna get on up out of here. I appreciate y'all. I'll holler at you on the next one. Much love, peace, and who dat tell you, baby.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that?
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the whotdatdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the whotdatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.